Hello students, I guess you're all doing really very well. A very good evening to you, and today we have come to discuss a very important topic that is generally lingering in the minds of the candidates and aspirants, especially those who are, let us say, appearing for the placements or preparing for the placements or going to appear for the placements next year. The major problem is that placement UPSC, placement UPSC. This is what is going on in your minds, right? And the problem that arises is that tends to hinder your preparation for your placements also. Along with that, possibly if you're preparing for civil services, even that placement along with civil services is very badly impacted. So this clarity of thought needs to be there. Before we begin this discussion, there are certain announcements also that I need to make. We'll discuss those things and then we will come to this very interesting debate or discussion so that there is clarity in your mind what should be the right, correct method that you should follow in the coming months or for that matter, coming years further. Let's see. So this job and placement, right? Before that, please understand these have been the toppers with respect to the foundation courses that we have, like rank 8, 441, 661, 796, 835, and many other candidates. So one more announcement is that we are beginning with the Pinnacle 3.0 batch 2028 now. This is a purely English batch of 2 years, where a lot of faculties with a lot of experience are going to be there to help you out, to teach you, to guide you, to mentor you. Now, we are launching this. Now, please remember this. The launch date is 27th of July, 2026. Right now, there's a lot of discount also. Initial price was 21,999. It is now discounted at 13,999. So, do not miss out this offer. And we are there to guide you and help you out. Let's see what all is covered in this particular Pinnacle batch. You have the GS and CSAT classes. You have the answer writing classes by the teachers. You have the doubt solving sessions where the teachers are going to help you out to resolve all the problems that you have. There are daily prelims and the mains questions. You will get the class notes along with the weekend current affair classes. Along with that, if you select 360 along with this particular batch, then you have the Nishchay batch by the UPSC toppers. So there are toppers teaching you, helping you out, guiding you out of the experience. You have 22 UPSC wala books, which are the hard copies. That means they will, physics wala will deliver you those hard copies at your houses, so where you can go through those books. Rather than the e-books, you have the hard copies. You have the test series. You have the NCRT recorded lectures along with that. You have the one-to-one mentorship, a very unique feature because you require continuous mentoring, because there is quite a possibility when you are studying on your own, you might get diverted also. So you need mentorship. Answer writing and evaluation and UPSC Khazana, which basically comprises what? The lectures of other faculties of the very teacher you are studying from. Supposingly, you are studying one subject from a particular teacher in the batch, but you want to know what other teachers have taught, let us say with respect to the same subject. Then you can go to Khazana and you can watch their lectures also. It is your choice that UPSC wala has basically given you. Now, when we come to the Select 360 Pro option, in that you give the UPSC or PW Only IS Officer Kit, which is again a trademark of Only IS. Along with that, this basically gives you a Plan B option, that is recorded lectures for UPSC CAPF and NABARD. Along with that, EPFO and RBI grade. This is something very important, because when you're preparing for civil services, you can appear for these examinations where you require, again, yes, a lot of things are similar with respect to the civil services, but there's certain other things also you need to do. So that is why these recorded lectures are very helpful. Along with that, PW Pi OTT platform is also available where you can watch the lectures of various teachers. Now, having understood all these things, one very important announcement, who are the faculty is going to teach here, then we will begin with the interesting session of the placement, right? So, a very great teacher of history, an elder brother, a dear friend, Abhishek Srivastav sir, he is going to teach you history, art and culture. Then, a very brilliant, charismatic personality, an elder brother, again a mentor, Nikhil's Ram sir, he's going to teach you governance, polity, international relations and internal security. Then, me, a younger brother between these two elder brothers, I'm going to teach you geography, society, environment and disaster management. Along with them, my other dear friends, Manjeet sir is going to teach you science and technology. Shruti ma'am will teach you ethics, integrity, aptitude as well as essay. Very important for your mains examination. And Renchan sir, a very dynamic, charismatic personality, will teach you Indian economy. Now, this was the announcement with respect to Pinnacle 3.0. Please remember, we all are there to help you out with the Pinnacle batch. Now comes the major aspect which we have to discuss, placement versus UPSC. Now see, let's first of all discuss or take 2 minutes to analyze this, right? Many people have been asking, okay, thank you so much. So many people have been commenting, we'll discuss them. Now please understand this. When we talk about placement as well as UPSC, the problem that arises, my dear candidates, please understand. On one hand, there will be your parents or supposingly your relatives who are saying, beta, please take a job. Why? Possibly they think that it will give you a platform where you can earn money. On the other hand, there can be certain families, or for that matter, certain relatives or friends also saying, please prepare for UPSC, you are very capable. Prepare, you are the one who can qualify this examination, you are intelligent. Now what happens is, you are in a dilemma. Shall I prepare for civil services? Shall I just focus on the placement? Now this is not an easy decision. Why it is not easy? Let's understand. See, what you do now will determine many years, or rather your future completely. Why does it so? Please understand. The time when you are in a college, or even for that matter, you have entered the job sector, these initial years are those years where you have the energy. You're young, you're fresh, your mind is clear, where you can do a lot of things. That is why what you do and how you utilize this time becomes very critical. So I'm going to take 3 conditions here. And I will be analyzing all of them, which will be very helpful in order to get the answers that whether you should take the job, whether you should prepare for UPSC, or what is a middle path. Let's see. Supposingly, let's say, take a scenario. You belong to a category where there are 2 years left for your graduation to complete, right? What happens? Let's analyze that. Supposingly, this is a scenario where there is a case where 2 years are left for the graduation to complete. So what are 2 years? Important thing, right? This is another scenario where 1 year is left for the graduation to complete. That means this is possibly a placement year, right? Over here, you still have, let us say, 1 year. Now, 1 year left. 1 year left for the graduation to complete, right? And there is another case which I'll take. Or supposing we have entered the sector where you are working now, or somebody has started working also. Let's say working. Now these are the 3 scenarios which I'm taking right now. If you see these 3 scenarios, let's take the first 2. Why do I need to take the first 2? There's a reason behind it. These 2 are going to be concerned, or there is a lot of stress in their mind thinking about whether placement or whether UPSC. See, why this discussion is relevant? This discussion will definitely be relevant for those people who have thought of preparing UPSC. Obviously, they are in the college, right? But they want to prepare for UPSC. Now, the problem arises, see, these 2 people are in a dilemma. What is that dilemma which we have discussed here? Placement. That is what? Your job versus UPSC, right? Now, let me be the devil's advocate. What do you mean by devil's advocate? Let's understand, if you are taking or focusing on the placement, what are the benefits that you can get out of it? First, you know that very well that you can earn a salary. That means a source of income is going to be there, right? First, what? Income. Second, possibly those aunties, those uncles, those people around which have been commenting that, oh, you have been doing graduation, what are you doing now? Possibly they can be silent because you're working now. So that means the pressure can decrease. That is one scenario. Pressure decrease, that means from the society. Yes. Third, many will think, I will not have to ask my father, dad, can I get those 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees for buying a batch? Or even if you are going to some other places, then you might have to spend 2 lakh rupees. Yes. That means the dependence on the parents with respect to money will decrease or they will not be relevant. So you will be on your own. That means independent. Yes, I will not deny them. I'm not denying that these are the advantages that are associated with a job. You have your income. You know that this is the amount of income that I'm going to get every month, and you can manage your expenses. It will give you confidence. You can handle the pressure which earlier you were experiencing, that possibly now you have a job. You can answer them, yes, I'm working. Then nobody is going to say anything to you. Third, you are independent. Why? You do not have to ask your father, father, please give me some money. I have to buy a 10,000 rupees batch. Or if you're going somewhere else, 2 lakh rupees batch, right? Definitely, this is the advantage, or these are the advantages that are present. But a big issue that comes here is, can I say that rather than making these two things compete with each other, can I say these two can be complementary also, or they can complement each other? What do you mean by complement? Over here, I'm showing you like a contradictory. Why? Because if somebody is focusing on this placement thing, he will say, oh, UPSC requires a lot of study of some subjects which are not my graduation subjects, supposingly. It will waste my time. It will take some time. These questions do arise. This is why we are here discussing these things, right? Can I say, rather than taking it as a thing, why shall we not consider it? Why not complementing each other? Why not complement each other? When I say complement each other, they can help each other. Yes. Let's see. Now the situation arises is that you as a person are in, let us say, 2 years away from your graduation or 1 year away from your graduation, and you now want to prepare for civil services. The question is whether to take placement or not take placement, whether to take that job or not take that job, right? See, all those who are attending this session will have in mind that they want to prepare for civil services. That is again the major motive, right? You're preparing, you want to prepare. And whether to take the placement or not take a placement, let's see. Let's understand this. I come across candidates who say or tell me, sir, I am very good in studies. I have a very good record in my graduation. I have been a topper of my graduation. I have been topper of my school. I have a lot of discipline. I am a consistent candidate. I have been working hard. I have been watching your lectures. And I need to just focus on UPSC. Now, when I talk to those candidates, one thing that comes is, Bache, what is the condition of your house? House does not mean how many bedrooms you have or how many washrooms you have, how many sofas you have, not discussing that. I mean, at home, is the financial condition fine? That means if you're preparing, that supposingly you take 1 year after your graduation to give your paper, is it going to create a chaos, or is there some lot of pressure from your family members every day? They're saying, beta, if you do not do the job, we will be on the road. Now, such types of pressure do create a problematic situation for the candidates, where under this pressure, you find it very difficult to study. So what I say is, if, now the condition comes if, the financial condition of the house is fine or good, that means at home, You have parents who are supportive, because see, support from the parents is very important. Support from the parents is very important. These two conditions. Third, self-auditing. Self-auditing means you analyze yourself. Supposingly, let's see, there's a candidate who in his college never wanted to study. He barely passed. I'm not saying that he cannot qualify civil services. He can. In the graduation also, he did the same thing. But now I tell him, beta, you have to study consistently every year, every day. No, sir, I cannot study. I can just study for 1 hour a day. That is it. Then you are faking yourself. Self-auditing means that, can you trust yourself? See, I can teach you, I can guide you, I can mentor you, I can direct you, I can hold your hand, I can take you to the water where that water is basically your goal. But at least you have to travel the journey on your own. Are you confident that you will be able to go along? That means self-auditing, self-appraisal. If you are confident, then 100% UPSC preparation is not wrong. 100% UPSC is good enough. You can do. Here also, I will advise you something later on. Even if you are 100% confident, I would still tell you, if you do not want to take a job, in that case, still sit for placement. Why? I can give you a personal experience. Like, when I was doing my engineering, there were many people who wanted to also prepare for civil services. Now, the difference between me and them was that in whatever placement companies I used to sit, I got through them and I qualified them and I had the job letters in my hand. And after that, whether you opt for the job or not opt for the job, it is up to you. But there were other candidates, now understand this, who said, Harpreet, we don't want to sit for placement because we have to prepare for civil services. Now what happens is, if you're sitting for the placement, it is like a small level of competition only where you are appearing. When you qualify that, it gives you confidence, right? It gives you confidence. So even those who are preparing for 100% UPSC, I will advise you, why not sit for the placement? Because see, we will discuss that how it has to be managed, but focus on 100% UPSC. But if you have decided that, no, I'll not take the job, I do not want the job, sitting in the placement is not something wrong. Why? Because it is also a micro level of competition which you will later on after 1 or 2 years face at the national level. Now, second situation which arises is, please understand this. Let's take an example here. Am I clear to everybody? Am I clear to everybody? Now, the aspect is how UPSC and placement can go together. This is what we are understanding. Now, there will be other candidates who will say, no, sir, we do not have this situation. We have a problem where financial condition is not good at home. My father is not working. My mother is not able to work. I have a younger sister and you are the only one there who has got educated. In that situation, beta, what happens is, see, let me be very practical. I will not give you a wrong advice. If you take the job, it is not wrong. Please, that is why I said auditing yourself. Auditing yourself is very important. Audit, this is a word which I always use. Audit yourself. If you are not in this condition, if you do not have a family where the amount of, let us say, financial condition is very poor, your parents, neither of them is working, you do not have any bank balance which in case of emergency will be there to support you. In that case, if you take a job, it does not mean that you will not qualify UPSC. You are basically adapting and adjusting according to the needs of the situation. Now, please understand how both of them are going to complement. See the complementary nature. Everybody over here, I have sat in the best of the company's interviews. I have qualified them. One thing I very clearly know. What is that? First is the CSAT that you have in UPSC is equivalent to the aptitude test let us say, little bit up and down standard will be there, but the content or the question that are asked are similar. The CSAT that you have in the UPSC preliminary examination is like the aptitude test for placement. You have those mathematics, that arithmetic, geometry, comprehension, logical reasoning, decision making, all those questions are there. So if you are preparing for the aptitude test for the placement, you are already along with that preparing for the CSAT also. When I say, many candidates say, sir, we do not want to sit for placement, my goal is UPSC. I said, good, it is your goal is UPSC, but if you are actually preparing for UPSC, you can by default sit for the placement. This is the first aspect. Now somebody will say, sir, there is a part of technical knowledge also. Agreed. If you have done your, let us say, let me assume engineering for 4 years. See, it is impossible to imagine that you do not know anything, right? You will know at least 1 or 2 subjects which are going to be strong. I knew that my subject, 2 subjects which were very strong. One was computer networks, other was programming, right? And obviously algorithms along with that. So I knew I can answer any question from that. And these are the 2 things which were good enough for me to get placement. So whatever you have learned during or the knowledge during the graduation time is also going to be useful for the interview as well as a GS. Knowledge while preparing for the placement will be important for what? Important for 2 things. First, GS as well as your UPSC interview. Now, how is it complementing? If you are preparing for the placement also, for a job, you are actually preparing for CSAT also. And when you are brushing up your knowledge for whatever you've done in the graduation, it is helping you in GS. There is no subject which does not help in GS. Secondly, in the interview, why? When you're sitting in the interview, there's a great possibility that the interview panel will ask you, just tell me something, what is a graduation subject, though it is written in the draft, then they can tell, supposing you have done, let us assume, computer engineering. Okay, my dear candidate, tell me something about programming. What is object-oriented programming? What do you mean by abstraction? Right? What is polymorphism? Then he will say, sir, I have done in graduation, but I don't remember. This is why we are saying now, little bit knowledge about graduation is also important for your interview. Because that is then they will ask you what you were doing for 4 years. Right? So, this all is basically complementing. Now the question arises, for the candidates who are in this situation, wonderful, you 100% prepare for UPSC. Even then, if you're preparing for UPSC, you are technically preparing for the placement also with CSAT. So you can sit for the placement, get a placement in your hand. Whether you join or not join, it is completely up to you because you have these conditions. If you do not have these conditions, in that case, my advice would be go for the preparation which is hybrid. Hybrid means placement as well as UPSC. Now that what is going to do is, because your goal is UPSC over here also, so do a hybrid study. What is hybrid study? Let's see. Please understand, you now have understood that there is a complementary nature of UPSC as well as the placement, right? And remember one thing, the day you have the placement letter in your hand, you will feel confident for your civil services examination also, because there is a difference between you rejecting something and there's a difference between you getting rejected. Did you understand this? If you have a letter of the placement with respect to a particular company in your hand, it will be very helpful for you because it will give you confidence. Yes, I have done this. I have completed this part. I have achieved this competition, which was among, let us say, a few thousands. Now I can do well with respect to the UPSC examination also. Next, now see here. Hybrid over here means that you are preparing for UPSC plus your placement. Now see, let me give you a realistic aspect, right? If you have, let us say, 2 years right now, the first case, 2 years for your graduation, and in case, let us say you have 1 year left, or supposing you are working, all the 3 scenarios which we had discussed here, let's see here, the 3 scenarios over here. Let's one by one analyze this. If you have 2 years left, see, if you take my advice, whatever we have to do in UPSC, see here, in UPSC, you have to do your prelims, which again has what? GS and CSAT. You have mains. In mains, you have again GS, you have your optional, you have your essay part, you have your compulsory paper. Now, many will say, sir, why are you mentioning compulsory paper? Beta, many of the people fail in compulsory paper also. Hindi paper, people are failing, and their other papers are not checked, right? So, compulsory paper also become important. Then you have your interviews, right? But please understand, along with this, it involves a consistent practice of your mocks, your answer writing, right? Now, if you ask me, please remember, for everybody, for different individuals, it might vary. A 2-year span makes these things relatively more manageable. Why? See, you have to do the basics, NCRTs, you have to do the advanced books while the teachers are teaching you. You have to complete the homework which the teachers are teaching you. You see your optionals. Again, with the foundation later on, you will be picking up your optional also. You have to complete it optional. It takes 7 months, close to 7.5 months to do the optional. Then you have to revise it. You have to shorten it. You have to make short notes. Then all these things. So it takes some time. So what happens is, in this particular case, you see that if you take a duration, see, for this, 2 years makes it very manageable. Makes it relatively easy. Makes it relatively easy. Now, even if you are, let us say, even if you are a candidate who has 2 years left, right? 2 years, not for your life, bache, for the graduation, remember, right? 2 years left for graduation, 1 year left. In both the cases, if you have 2 years left, you have 2 years to basically prepare your GS, your advanced subjects, your optional, everything. Meanwhile, you will realize that in the latter part, you can prepare for your jobs also, right? If you have 1 year left, now the question arises, sir, if you have 1 year left, how should I manage? Beta, again, even if you're taking 2 years batch, you know that very well that I will be focusing on the placement also as well as UPSC. Meanwhile, even when I join the job, I will still continue my preparation because 2 years itself tends to reduce the stress and the pressure that you have. Meanwhile, during the journey, we are all going to be there to help you out. Now, the second thing that comes is, the third scenario which was present is the working people, the working. Let me be very particular. See, if you are working, by default, you will come across a scenario that you are working in your office for, let us say, 7 hours, 8 hours. Agreed. Then after that, you'll be returning home. And along with that, then you'll be studying also. By default, because you are working, it does not mean that you will not qualify. Let me be very clear. According to the UPSC annual report, the people who are working, they are even getting better success rate. Why? Because they have a backup with them. Because they're working. Now, even if you're working, does not mean that you will not qualify. But the only thing is, because you have less time. So, if you spread this time rather than increase it to 2 years, let us say, keep a target that, okay, this is the year. I will give my paper after 2 years because I'm already occupied with my job and my work for, let us say, 8-9 hours. So when it is 2 years, I can basically give adequate time for my GS, optional, and then mocks and test, and later on I can take some holidays during my preparation, and with it I can qualify or give my best for the examination. When this happens, it makes the preparation very holistic. I would advise you again over here, in both the cases I told, whether you are 100% confident, sit for the placement, it will give you confidence. Whether you don't join, doesn't matter. If your financial conditions does not allow you, if there are certain problems, if there are certain issues in your family, you are the only person who will possibly earn for it because your parents are not working, then take the job. Meanwhile, that will give you confidence, that will give you, reduce the pressure that you are having. You can possibly help your family, and with that, you will see a situation there you will be working for your UPSC preparation also, right? So hopefully I have answered or rather given you a description of what the appropriate measures should be. Now I am opening the question answer session over here. Whatever you want to ask me, I will be happy to answer you. If anybody has a question, right? Somebody said I've enrolled for 27. Good, bache. Somebody saying saw last year. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those who have studied from us. That is the love that we get from you. And many of the candidates do message us to tell us that we have been helpful. The sessions which we have taken, whether I've taught geography or anthropology optional, it has been helpful. So thank you so much. But any question that you want me to answer, I am here with respect to this placement versus UPSC question. If you have, please let me know. I'm giving you 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. If you have questions, I will definitely extend the session. There is absolutely no issue. We are here for you. Now, if you have any question, right? Sir, my attempt is in 28. Can I enroll for the... Yes, absolutely you can. We have new batches in the month of November also. You can enroll with the PW option. Absolutely. It will be good because you're appearing in 28. Then the optional in November will be good. Any other query? Any other thing that you want to ask? Any specific thing? Anybody wants to ask something? So we have a doubt between which one to choose. If you have which one to choose, I said, bache, okay, very clear. If you first, if you are attending this session, that means you want to prepare for the civil services examination, right? That is clear. The important issue is, if immediately, if your condition, let us say, is not good, your condition is not good means that financially you are not in a proper condition. Go for the placement. Meanwhile, keep on preparing for the civil services, right? Okay. I think there are a lot of comments and spamming going on. Let us see. Just give me a minute. Okay, somebody is saying along with UPSC, please, bache, see. Let me be very clear. Somebody's asked me a very good question. When I'm preparing for the UPSC, which all other exams also we should prepare? Please keep this in mind that when you are preparing for UPSC, by default, you are also covering large portion of the PCS also. In PCS, you know that state level knowledge is also required. But my request would be that when you're preparing for UPSC, you can give the PCS exams also. Along with that, you would have seen that I had mentioned over here, UPSC, CAPF, NABARD, EPF1, RBI grade. These can also be given along with your examination. So most of the things are common, right? Most of the things are common. Some certain other things are required, which you will get over here. So by default, it is holistically going to cover your preparation for other examinations also, right? Okay, I took humanities stream and my parents say that I should have science for a backup. I choose as sub-inspector exams. Is it good? But remember one thing, UPSC does not discriminate between anybody who has a science stream or a commerce stream or an art stream. The only thing is that whichever subject you are doing, you find it comfortable, you study in that. Because the reason is in the examination, every arts candidate also study a little bit science. A science candidate also has to study history, geography. So please remember that it is not an issue at all. Clear? Okay, somebody is saying I'm an 18-year-old. My gender is male. Can I study BSc nursing? Why not, bache? Absolutely. Go ahead. Why not? You know, remember one thing. I respect, my wife is also a doctor. I respect the profession of doctors a lot, but one should remember, without the nursing staff or the paramedical staff, doctors will find it almost impossible to treat the patients. It is the nurses, you know that after the doctors have checked or done the checkup, it is the nurses who are like the mothers who are helping. Or if it's a male nurse, then also like a fatherly figure. So why not? Please go ahead, right? So I'm preparing for UPSC 2028 in my final year in BTech, CSC, and placement sessions around the corner, how to manage both. Now, please remember one thing. See, beta, your question is very valid. Right now, your placements are around the corner. You're preparing for UPSC, brilliant. Right now, get the placement. Once you have the letter, when we say, na, I'll show you this. When that placement letter is in your hand, na, which says that what Arnav Mishra granted this job and all, whether you join it or not join it, it will give you confidence. That confidence right now, if you're preparing for UPSC, little bit lower it down, intensity, focus on the placement. Once you get the placement, study double the time you were studying for UPSC now. That time study even more. Because what happens, this gives you a confidence. That is why I said manage this. Focus on right now for some time on your placement till you get that done. Once that is done, enjoy your studies then for UPSC, and you will be so confident every single day because you will say that I have got the placement. Now I'm secure. Now I'll focus on my UPSC. Many other people in your college will still be working. Chalo, let us sit for placement. Let us sit for placements, right? How should a MBBS student prepare along with the studies? Okay. See, whenever we talk about graduation, anybody who is an MBBS candidate also, I have few students who I'm teaching anthropology. They are from Lady Harding Medical College. Now what they do is, see, they have their own schedule while they are in the college, because sometimes they're not able to see the lecture live. So when the college gets over, first priority they have is they read whatever has been taught to them and then take out few hours at night to study what the lectures have taken place. It is about time management. Whenever you have a holiday, again focus on the UPSC lecture. Now see, I have also done during my preparation. My very close friends during my preparation are also from the medical background. They were also preparing. So it is about best management of time. How do you manage your time? For example, when I was doing my engineering, whenever I used to get 1 hour break between between 3-4 lectures, you have a break 1 hour. Rather than just chilling around with other people, I used to have my newspaper with me. I never used to tell that I'm preparing for civil services, but I used to have my newspaper. In that newspaper, while I'm eating something, I used to read it. So 1 hour was used very decisively, properly. Similarly, take out small hours or time that you get. You have to sacrifice on certain leisure if you want to qualify this exam, if you want to make the use of the time well, right? So I'm already preparing for CSC, almost a year. A dilemma in getting job continues and preparation. Beta, I have already resolved that dilemma. When your placements are near, let's suppose your placements are 4 months away, right? You are reading the newspaper, you are reading, taking some lectures, continue with that. But now shift your gears towards the placement. Why? If I have already told you, if your financial condition, see over here, if you are from a very good financial background, or let us say there is no problem, then don't worry, or your support from the parents is there and you have confidence, then not an issue. But even in this case also, I would request you, see, UPSC preparation is already going on for 1 year, you're doing it. You will possibly, the moment the placement is done, you get the placement, then also you'll continue the preparation. So why do you want to repent by just avoiding the placement? Sit for it, get the job, keep on preparing. I'm telling you, keep on preparing. This is not a dilemma. Why? It is basically complementing. If I ask you today, if I ask you, beta, are you preparing for UPSC? Yes, sir. Beta, how is your CSAT? Bad, sir. I said, why, beta? Sir, like this only, sir. I said, why, beta? Sir, I will do it later. Beta, if you would have prepared for the CSAT, you would have prepared for the aptitude also. You could have easily sat there and given the exam. And along with that, your technical knowledge would be there only because you have studied. So it is not a contradictory thing. It is complementing each other. Clear? Okay. So can we take state PCS as plan? Absolutely. First of all, please remember, state PCS is not plan B. It is also plan A. One thing many people misinterpret. Do you know one thing? That from a state, 1/3 of the officers, again in later, let us say after 10 years or 15 years, will become IAS or IPS officers. Those who have qualified the state civil services exam. So it is not plan B. It is a part of plan A only. If you are preparing for UPSC, you are along that preparing for the states also. Yes, little bit extra knowledge with respect to that state is required. You give that paper, why not? That is again a part of your preparation, integral part, right? Okay. Thank you, sir, for your kind words, and there are great opportunities in nursing. Can I prepare? Absolutely, bache. Absolutely, you can do it. There is absolutely no doubt. Prepare for UPSC along with nursing, no problem in that. So can we do self-study or do we need to take 2 lakh rupees batches? Okay, now this is something very interesting. Somebody has asked a very interesting question. Somebody has asked me, sir, self-study versus 2 lakh batch. Now, when I see such questions, this question is very valid. Why it is valid? Let's see this. When somebody mentions this 2 lakh, first of all, before I even mention about self-study, you need to understand that the premise and the basis of the spirit of physics wala is that we will make it affordable, right? It is not 2 lakh first of all. It is 13,000, that also for a 2-year course. It is not 2 lakh. So let me break the myth. You might, there are various places where you get 2 lakh. That is fine. But at physics wala, this figure is not there, right? Let me be very clear first. Now, second issue is self-study. Beta, do you know one thing? Please listen to this very carefully. Even if you are studying with us, self-study is equally important. What is self-study? Self-study means that you have to open whatever has been taught to you, you have to study, right? You have to adhere to what I'm doing. But on one hand, what you want to ask is, sir, without coaching, can I do my or achieve my goal? You can. But now there are certain things which possibly people miss. See here. Let's see. While we are there to mentor you, self-study is very beautiful, very nice. There is nothing wrong in that. But with the batch, if you are enrolled in a batch, it helps you what? First of all, guidance from the teacher. Guidance from the teacher. There is mentorship. There is a huge team of more than 100, 200 people who are sitting there just to guide and mentor the people who are very experts who have reached the stage of interviews. Even the teachers are here. I personally do video call to the candidates. I talk to the candidates. Many of you are in my batches also, you must be knowing that. Along with that, please understand this. Whenever we are talking about these things, you saw that there is a backup with respect to RBI, CAPF, all those batches are getting. You get that. So, let us say courses for CAPF, RBI, etc. Now, very often what happens is, people, when they're reading a book, let's take, these are 2 books of the 2 subjects that I teach. One is geography and anthropology. Now, if supposingly you read somewhere that we need to read these books, a candidate who is not guided by a teacher will start from the first page, try to learn every single thing. Do you know the most important part is the do's and the don'ts? What is it? The do's and the don'ts. Now, this is where, when you study completely on your own, without any guidance from the mentors or the teachers, when you're not enrolled in batch, these are the problems that you face, right? There will be issue where you are not so motivated, you are disturbed, you want some guidance. That is why these things are lacking. And another thing, you are revising on your own. Who is there to test you? What about the test and what about the mocks? Who will tell you that you have to take a mock? Supposing you have completed a book of geography, and because you're studying on your own, who will tell you, beta, tomorrow is your mock? If nobody is there, you will take your own sweet time, possibly 15 days, 20 days. But when there is a schedule, there's a plan, that is what comes as a strategy. This is what is the most important benefit when you are under the guidance of some mentor, teacher, possibly which is provided by people who are here. Let me show you. All these people, you must have seen all these faces in this very YouTube channel, through Instagram, through batches and all. We are all there to help you out every moment. Now you see, you can definitely do study in an isolation also. People have qualified. We are not saying that people don't qualify. Yes, absolutely. But with the guidance of these people and along with the mentorship, it definitely improves your confidence and increases the probability for you to succeed in life. Clear? In your examination. Okay. Let's see some other questions. I'm currently entering the 3rd year of electrical IIT. Want to UPSC. Okay. Beta, if you are, just let me see the question again. The question is moving. Okay. I'm a grad and a gap of 2 years and preparation journey of 1 year. What to do, sir? See, firstly, if there is a gap of 2 years. Now, what happens is gap of 2 years means that you have been preparing for quite some time. And I will advise you, while you are preparing for UPSC, just apply for some jobs within the sector which you have. Now, this will again a balancing thing where you are trying to get into the work sector also and you are preparing. This can happen. There are a lot of opportunities in the market nowadays. There is no dearth of job. Let me be very clear, right? So, so many questions are coming. Sir, I did BTech and this year finally completed, got placed in 2 companies and working with a month over. Now I left the job, started preparing for UPSC. Now fearing that the plan goes wrong. Kushagra, please understand. If you got a placement in 2 companies, you are a candidate who is good enough to get the job also again. Now there are 2 options. First of all, if you are working in a company where you get no time, and that is one scenario, or you can trust your, let us say, preparation, or you can trust yourself that yes, I have the aptitude to clear it. So what you can do is, then you can prepare without working, if the financial condition of the house is fine. But if you feel, no, my financial condition is not sound, there is a lot of issues, then you can take the job and prepare along. That is one of the 2 scenarios which you should understand, because practically, you know that very well. Sometimes UPSC takes some time. Let us say it might take few years also. So if you have a job which is not troubling you a lot, you can continue the job and balance it. That is why we said these 2 years makes it relatively easier. If you want to do everything within some time, you can. But 2 years, this is an appropriate time for properly preparing for this examination. Clear? Okay, I'm in the 3rd year from IIT. I want to study for UPSC but don't have any plan B. I'm not interested. Beta, see, if you are from IIT, by default, I can simply say that your aptitude will be good. For CSAT and all will be easier for you. Now, if you are not interested in IT sector, 2-3 things you should analyze that. In what sector you have an interest? You said UPSC. See, beta, UPSC is also one of the most pleasing opportunities to work in, right? But remember one thing, as you prepared for the IIT exam, you know the competition was a competition is here also. If you put your best, you will definitely be qualifying. But remember, you need to put in your best. Then obviously, see, I'm again telling you, many people feel that there is no opportunity. There are a lot of opportunities in the work sphere also, if you give some time. I personally have so many people who started preparing for UPSC for some time, did not qualify a few years. They later on went to let us say the private sector and they did well. That is not an issue, right? Okay. So I am going to pursue BTech. If study 14 hours, then I will become IPS in my first attempt. Better remember one thing. Somebody is asking me, if I study for 14 hours, will I become IPS? Please remember, first of all, I should appreciate one thing, that you are willing to work hard for the civil services examination, nothing like it. Secondly, you should not focus on the number of hours, but on the quality of hours. Supposingly, let's see, I have a book in front of me that is of physical geography. If I sit with this book for 14 hours or 15 hours, does it mean that I have actually learned it or revised it or understood it? No. I could have read the few pages in, let us say, 4 or 5 hours also with proper concentration. That is more than sufficient. Now, what happens is, please remember, focus on the quality of hours, not on the quantity. Because if you sit for 14 hours, possibly your concentration will also decrease. So possibly in those 14 hours, you're basically studying for only 5-6 hours, not for the other hours. So remember, you need to manage your studies, you need to manage your health, you need to manage mental and physical health. Along with that, make your preparation little systematic. Make your preparation little enjoyable. That is important. That is why I say guidance is important. When somebody said 14 hours, na, why am I saying guidance? Now, this candidate possibly thought that 14 hours will make an IPS or IAS, right? Beta, for not 14 hours, even if you are consistently studying for 8-9 hours also, then also you can qualify that goal, provided you are genuinely working hard, right? Sir, are there batches every year with discounts? Target year is 2032. Oh, wonderful. Beta, 2032 is okay. 2032, okay. That's wonderful. People are preparing, thinking about that also. Yes, every year we have an event which is in the month of June, which is Pratigya Divas, right? And in that we generally have a lot of discounts. It is a vision of Alak sir, where he wants everybody to get the best of the education. So every year there are discounts, right? Sir, the paper is getting tougher. Now let me be very clear. Many people will say the paper is getting tougher. I'll give you a reality. Now please be very active when you listen this. The paper was tough, no doubt. Why it was tough? Because the questions which were on the harder side were more in number, right? In spite of that, about 35 questions were those which could have been basically done from the NCERTs and the basic books. 15 questions out of the many current affairs, 15 questions were those current affairs which were normally mentioned in most of the current affair magazines. Very easy ones. So that means 15 over here, 35 plus 15, close to what happens? 50 questions. Out of those 50 questions, there were certain questions which you could use your IQ, possibly 10 other questions. You can mark it. You could have marked it. And let us say you got certain questions wrong. Then also, if you are a serious candidate, if you have done your current affairs well, your standard books, listen to the teachers, you could have easily got, I'm saying why, for a serious candidate, 85, 90 plus. This is my personal experience. I have many candidates in my geography and anthropology batch who have got 120, 125 marks also. So, just thinking that it will become tough every year, better see, people are working hard. It is the process of elimination. That prelims is a process of elimination, a stage of elimination. They will eliminate candidates. You have to work little harder than the other person. And that how you do is, you get your basics correct, the foundation which we are teaching, your NCERTs, and practice as many mocks as you can. If you want to qualify this exam, I'm telling you, after doing all this, do at least 100 to 120 mocks of the prelims. I guarantee you will not fail your prelims examination. I'm guaranteeing you this. Clear? Okay, let's see. Sir, love the way you teach. Thank you so much, bache. Sir, I am a final year of LLB targeting UPSC. My UPPCS prelim are in December and I'm not very confident about clearing them this year. I'm a bit confused about what to prioritize. Final year. Okay, now see something very well that final year, see, December, if you see December, there are a lot of months left right now. UPSC, and if I'm not wrong, this time the vacancies that are there in UPPCS are what I can say is bumper vacancies. So whenever your examinations are, I won't say neglect your exams, do them, but do prepare for your PCS also. If you're preparing for UPSC also right now, it's fine, but if your target is UPPCS, please prioritize that. If you need guidance from my personal side, you can message me on Instagram and all. I'll tell the team to contact you. We will help you out in every possible way. But this is an opportunity for all those who are giving the UPPCS. Because I have been with the team and they basically informed me that the vacancies are, large number of vacancies are coming this time. It's like a bumper vacancies. So please prepare for it seriously. You need any guidance and mentor, the team will contact you and talk to you, right? Should I focus only on prelims or should I start preparing for mains and option? Please remember, when you start preparing for civil services for at least 2-3 months, focus on the general studies. And when you are preparing for general studies means it is prelims and mains both. You do not do it differently. For example, if I am studying geography, now if I'm studying world geography, I'm studying, let us say, landforms, atmosphere and all, that is equally relevant for my prelims as well as my mains. What is the difference? In prelims, you have to put those color, the OMR sheet. In the mains, you have to write. So supposingly, if you complete any chapter of geography, let us assume, do certain MCQs and then write a few answers. You're preparing for mains and prelims both. Now comes after you have prepared for, let us say, few months. Now you are in the hang of preparing for UPSC. After that, after a few months, 3-4 months, then pick up an optional. There are a lot of videos. We'll make a video on the optional also, how to select it. Pick up an optional which you think is appropriate, where you can score, you can possibly like, and then start preparing for that. This is the due course which you can follow, right? So please come with a book. By the way, please cover Geography NCERT class 12. Yes, beta, that is also coming soon. As I have told you, little bit environment ecology will also be coming. I'll tell the team. I know many people said, ki, sir, please have human geography section, NCERT lectures on the PW only app. So it is like a request to my team also. The team, my dear team, please do arrange them so that we can have lectures of human geography plus environment ecology also. Definitely we'll have it, right? Right, I'm the first year of the college and my background with a Bengali medium. Wonderful bache, beautiful language Bengali, and I have started with NCERT. So should I go for UPSC? Started. See, If you have started, please continue it. You can obviously see if you want to subscribe to the batch, you can do while you are studying in the NCERTs. The batch will also have the 360 will also have the recorded lectures of the NCERT, which will help you out also. So you can definitely go ahead. So second year MBBS, how to start preparation? Wonderful. Second year MBBS, bache, see, one thing you should keep in mind, you will not neglect your MBBS. Secondly, you need to see something that every single day you will take out, let us say, 2 hours or few hours for your preparation. When your exams are going on, prioritize your exams. Reduce, or let us say you can leave the preparation on UPSC for some days, but normal days you can prepare for what? Prepare for the civil services. Give out 2-3 hours every single day that I have to study. Anything happens, I will study. If you have that fire in you, you will take out time. Yes, now what you have to sacrifice? Oh, I am going with my girlfriend to a picture hall. I'm going with my boyfriend to a park. I'm going for a party at night. These things you will have to sacrifice. See, with every sacrifice, you know it will help you later on in some other way. These things you will have to sacrifice, bache. Okay? Along with the college, studying with UPSC, how to manage them. Enough? Is it enough? Remember one thing. 4 to 5 hours, when you say 4 to 5 hours of proper concentration is enough during the college times. Because, see, there are people who are studying for 14 hours without concentration. They hardly are able to do 10 pages also. So, provided if you have 4-5 hours, you are concentrating well, you will be able to achieve whatever the output you want to derive from that particular book or notes. Clear? Okay. I think I've answered most of the questions which have been asked, and I'm very thankful for you all for being active listeners here. And we are here, the Pinnacle team. Pinnacle 3.0. All these people are going to be there to help you, guide you, mentor you, and probably we have resolved your queries with respect to placement as well as the UPSC preparation. Please remember, any queries, this team is here. Along with that, an expert team of mentors, our very expert team of YouTube. Whatever you have comments you have made with respect to economic human geography, they will also take into consideration. No need to worry. We will come up with something new. So take care. Lots of love from my side and along with my beautiful team over here. And we will be again coming up with such sessions so that you gain out of it. And somebody saying I'm an average student, never, remember one thing, never ever call yourself average or below average, above average. You are a student. Many people say, sir, I'm an average student. What is average? You are a student for me. It is our responsibility to help you to succeed. The people who qualify UPSC are not coming from some alien nation or alien planet, Mars or Jupiter, and they are extraordinarily intelligent. They are among you. They are like you and me who are qualifying this exam. So remember one thing, if you are an average student, so-called average, you have greater possibility to qualify, provided you are disciplined, you follow the timetable well, you have the faith in yourself. Please remember there are 3 principles of succeeding. Trust yourself, trust the process of the preparation, trust your mentors and teachers. If you do that, it will be helpful. God bless. Signing out. We'll be meeting some other day. Obviously, this is your platform, PW Only Ice English, and Jai Hind.